Hello, my name is Kehinde Ojo. You are welcome to Track Up Nigeria, a platform where leadership meets followership and where ideas meets accountability. Today on Track Up Nigeria, we'll be speaking with somebody who is a notable person in the Nigerian polity. He was one-time Commissioner for Information in Oyo State. He later went to the House of Reps, and he is very germane in the polity today. His name is Bosun Oladele George. He's also a legal practitioner. Sir, you're welcome to Track Up Nigeria.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, how would you describe Nigeria of today?
The Nigeria of today has gotten back, has retracted from the precipice. The government of the day has regained control for direction, and Nigeria is on the right path in terms of recovery, in terms of economic stability and advancement, in terms of security even, and in terms of infrastructure, in terms of growth. Nigeria has started getting it right.
Okay. The election is fast approaching. And there is one thing that I picked on the street. You belong to the APC. And
Yes.
some people are saying today that the APC is creating a one-party system in Nigeria where we have only one delegate in your president. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Only one candidate?
One delegate. That's what they're saying.
Yes.
So how would you
see,
attack it?
the one-party system or one-party state is not a production, is not a creation of a verbal statement. It is a constitutional creation anywhere it is practiced in the world. And as far as I know, Nigeria has a constitution that guarantees multi-party democracy. You can see today people have the choice, choosing between APC, PDP, NDC, Labour Party, Accord Party, APM, everything. All these are parties in existence and constitutionally recognized. They've been going in and out of court, sorting themselves out and organizing their party. I believe sincerely, Nigeria is not practicing one-party state. Nigeria has a one-party dominance. It's not a strange
one-party dominance.
Yes.
That's how you coin it.
That's the way it is in reality.
Okay, in the course of your response, you mentioned a number of parties.
Yes.
And there's a concept that people are also alluding that under this dispensation, that's what we call political warehousing, that all the parties you have mentioned today may just be parties that have been warehoused by the incumbent. You are a key person in APC.
We are not doing trading here. Okay. So how come we are having warehousing? Okay. We are not doing trading. It's a multi-party democracy. That's what we are practicing. So if anybody is trying to be flamboyant grammatically and coining warehousing or anything, I mean, that's a strange thing in democracy. We have multi-party, and we have all these parties participating in the election. Osun State election is coming up. The candidate there is Accord Party. Okay. That's the one on seat now, and it's being challenged by APC. So will anybody in their right senses say we have one-party state? The answer is no. If you can contest wherever you want and nobody is disturbing you from contesting, then I think it's wrong to say we have one-party state. Okay. All the parties that you're talking about, people are bringing, forming the parties, they are doing this, all sorts of things. There's nothing like we are housing. Okay. Everybody belongs to the party they choose. Honorable,
as a politician and a policymaker in Nigeria and a legislator as well, would you say that we have Nigeria, there's an enabling environment for opposition to thrive?
Well, I was a legislator, and I'm hoping to be very soon in the next election. So that to put the record straight. Now, we said enabling environment for other parties to thrive. If it is enabling environment for other parties to thrive, there are processes for registration. There are processes by which people will get to do things normally. You apply, you meet all the requirements in the books, you pay all the necessary fees, inspections will be done in your office, for your offices and everything, membership across states in Nigeria. These are things that you need. I would even say that people going to hijack a political party wasn't necessary in this country.
What do you mean by hijack?
Yes, some people went and hijacked ADC.
Okay.
You remember? And they ran themselves into crisis. They turned back to blame some people. Say it's the main party, that's APC, that is behind their travels. I don't think so. Look at the way NDC was registered. Even though one of their members also started challenging them regarding that. But again, party registration is a procedure that is open as a book. Anybody that is able to comply will get his party registered. So if I were them, I would have started long ago and register my party and be ready for election, rather than looking to catch a witch or wizard anywhere and blaming every sort of mishap or misfortune on the ruling party.
So you are saying there's a viral opposition in Nigeria as we speak today?
I think so. I think so.
Okay, now let's go straight to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is 3 years so far. Election is just knocking at the door, and a lot of promises were made in the course of the campaign. And there's this belief that politicians, you have your portfolio in one hand and you have your excuses in one hand. I will ask you categorically, would you say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has delivered on the manifestos he gave to Nigeria, or he has excuses in his hands?
I think so far so good. We must give it to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I would rate him as the best president so far in our democratic experience in Nigeria. Starting from his promises when he was campaigning. This economic regeneration that we're having in Nigeria is majorly due to his dexterity, his knowledge, and his firmness in governance. The man said he was going to remove fuel subsidy and channel the money towards developmental projects. He's doing exactly that. There is no part of the country now that is not witnessing a rigid pavement road. That's concrete everywhere. And these are things that we should have done 100 years back, 50 years ago. Even 1999, when we started this journey of this our democratic journey, we will have done that, and we will have been enjoying those roads now. It will mean that every government that comes in will take other uncharted path and do the roads, and their continuation of development will bring in progress that we wanted. But again, people from 99, we had Obasanjo, we had Yar'Adua, we had President Goodluck Jonathan, we had Buhari, and now Tinubu. If you look at that, assuming those past presidents have been doing one major road in one zone of this country, one region, by now we will be able to count how many are left. Okay. But again, nobody did it. But again, if you didn't do it since 1999, the best time to do it is now, and that's exactly what Asiwaju Tinubu is showing us. Good for that. He said he was going to stop our multiple exchange rate, and that happened. Naira is more stable. Ask those in businesses, ask those that import raw materials. They can plan for the next 1 year, 2 years, short-term, immediate plan, short-term plan, medium-term plan, and so on and so forth. We never had that. Every time, every little thing, dollar will fluctuate. And most of our economic activities is dollar based.
Honorable, can I ask you to hold your thought there? Talking about all of this, benchmarks they have used to judge the president, Nigeria seems to be more in, how would I put it, from the complaints we have. Number one, yes, all of these are happening, but the standard of living. Somebody was telling me yesterday that 2013, 2014, in Nigeria, you could build a three-bedroom flat with 3.5 million naira. But today, if you have 25 million, you are struggling. So
Now,
how do you...
let's ask ourselves. 4 years, 5 years, 10 years ago, those planning to build now never built. Which meant that 3.5 million was a lot of money that they kept struggling, they couldn't have. Okay, now, take it further. I'm sure around you, if you look right now, people are buying old houses, demolishing and building new structures and everywhere. Are they not Nigerians? Are they not living in Nigeria? I was watching something online. An old man was full of praises for the president because he said he would just sleep and wake up, he would receive a lot. And he was just looking at, where is this thing coming from? They said arrears of pension, arrears of, what's it called? Salaries and things like that. Things that he had forgotten, that he never dreamt he was going to take again. And they were asking the man, is this still happening? He said he doesn't know, maybe tomorrow it will still happen, but it happened recently. So which means that the man is treated with the fact that he will just sleep and wake up, he will hear the alert, he will receive it. And somebody said it's even an alarm because that kind of money, he wasn't expecting it. So that is somebody that remembers that some people will have to benefit. Again, look at NEF fund. I don't have children benefiting from NEF fund currently. But I have people benefiting that if they were not benefiting, maybe I will be the one paying the school fee. So these are part of ripple effect. And I saw students online dancing, having parties, and it reminded me of what our seniors went through when they were getting student loan and education was being funded. They could save some money and travel on vacation because government was paying all this. School fees paid, upkeep allowances paid. What else are we asking for? So will the children of the poor say that they cannot go to the university? The answer is no.
Can I now say that the good old days are back?
The good old days are back.
Can you expatiate on that?
It's even better. It's better in the sense that now I can, if I have the wherewithal, I want to go into manufacturing, I can approach the bank. I want to buy houses or a house. I have a federal government loan I can key into for housing loan at single-digit interest. I want to buy a car. I can buy and pay gradually because credit bureau is there. The students want to go to school, they can go and they don't have to bother their parents. The parents doesn't have to say, oh, things are tight, I can't pay school fees. The students will pay. And when they finish, they will get jobs before they start paying back. What more can we ask for? We need to start learning how to live on credit, and that will bring in a lot of responsibility on the part of citizens and the government.
Yes, welcome back. This is still TRACKUP Nigeria, and I'm here with Honorable Bosun Oladele George. He was in the executive, acting as the former commissioner under the Ajimobi administration in Oyo State, and he went to the House of Representatives to represent his own constituency, Orelekwe, Olonsogo in Oyo State. And that takes us straight to Oyo. We'll go to the state capital, Ibadan, right now. And Seyi Makinde is the governor as we speak. And there is one person contending and says he wants to contest the presidency against Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the same Southwest. I would have expected that nobody would come out to say, I'm contesting against somebody from the Southwest. What do you think is responsible for that?
Well, I believe as human being, it's right for you to have ambition. That's his ambition. And constitutionally, he is right to have that ambition. The implementation and the execution of it is what I may not be able to talk about. I'm not contesting for president now. He is the one contesting. He knows what he has seen to contest for. But I also thank God that there is no third term for governorship. Yeah. So, I mean, for an ambitious person, the next thing to do is to see where else he wants to go. And I think let's give that to him. He's free to contest.
Okay. There was an episode in your state recently about concerning the captured and abducted children who have now gained their freedom. And so many controversies concerning that. The president alluded that there was, from the presidency and the federal government, laxity security. Then from the state government, that's Seyi Makinde himself, he says this is a response to his desire to become president of Nigeria. As a stakeholder and stake owner in Oyo State, what would be your comments on this area?
Yes, I will start that from what I read from the Oyo State Legislative Chambers. There was a motion by a House of Assembly member representing the zone, the area, the constituency, Oladele, that some people came and bought from a beans seller a whole pot of beans and well over 100 pieces of bread, loaves of bread, which has never happened before, and took it into the bush. That was a signal. Yeah. And the signal was not hidden. It was raised on the floor of the State House of Assembly. The duty of the legislator is to do that.
Yeah.
It is the duty of the executive to investigate or cause an investigation. The question we should be asking is, was there any investigation in respect of that particular motion? And if there were there any findings? If there were, can they publish it? So that might be the reason the presidency says there's a security lapse somewhere. Again, when this happened, who were the first responders? You will agree with me that what the federal government did was a novel idea in the history of counter-terrorism in this country. That is beating the terrorists at their own game. Of course, in the course of the abduction, lives were lost. We cannot forget that, and the fact that it was painful to all of us. But I will tell you that was the collateral damage. What the gains that were recorded from that abduction was enough impetus for our security agencies to move further.
So you're saying it's a plus for Nigeria?
The gains were a plus.
Okay.
For the Nigerian
security. Your ambition. You are vying to represent your people at the rec chambers.
Yes, the Repo Orelo Federal Constituency of Oyo State.
Okay, now, what, after the House of Reps experience, what motivated you? Because there's a lot of controversies. The people don't even believe that the legislator does not have executive powers to vote money and to do projects. So,
Yes.
what majority of lawmakers keep complaining that the people expect too much from us. So, why are you going back?
Well, I will tell you, when I was there was one particular bill that I sponsored for establishment of Federal College of Wildlife Study, Tourism and Wildlife Studies in my constituency. Go to second reading, we're going for third reading when the assembly went down. I would love to see that concluded. There is absence of federal institution, tertiary institution in my constituency. It's one of the things that I would love to do. Is within my purview as a legislator. And there have been absence until recently when we have President Tinubu approving roads for the construction. The Lori Igbeti Road, the Igboho Kishi Road, and some other roads within our federal constituency. That has been unprecedented in well over 40 years. There has been. The last one I did was to move a motion for the rehabilitation of Kishi, the rehabilitation of Ilori, Igbeti, Kishi, Kayama Road, including the bridges, because the bridges have been a sort of albatross for us. They kept collapsing. And it even collapsed recently. Okay. But when I did, and I wasn't getting a headway, I was able to also navigate and network the Minister of Works then, former Governor Babajide, Rajiv Fashola. Babatunde Raji Fashola, BRF. And that was included in the budget. Igboho, Igbeti, Kishi, Igboho Direct Road was also included in the budget. But because the assembly was winding down, I wasn't able to follow up with that too. These were things within the purview of the legislature. Of course, I did empowerment like people used to do in those days, even up to now, sharing things from motorcycles to hairdressing kits, dryers, freezers for traders to get to be able to sell cold drinks and all the rest. Motorcycles for farmers to go to market, to go to farms, and for people as form of mobility, agricultural implements, spraying pump and chemicals for practitioners, for farmers, and then textbooks for primary 6 pupils, which they can use for their preparation for secondary school. We did 4,000 of those textbooks. I commissioned their teachers to do that, because I really don't believe in exercise books. We distributed 165 motorcycles, 4 keke napep, freezers, a total of about 80, dryers 75, generators 75, spraying pump for farmers and chemicals for 100 persons. We did training for farmers in new agric method. We had to hire one of the agric institutes in Ibadan, research institutes. They came in there, did the training for 50 participants who are given their certificate and we also gave them a grant for them to buy new seeds, seedlings, and all the rest. I promoted sports. I remember Laha Football Club in Kishi won the Median Cup. I wanted to continue with that. The cup came with prize money, with prize money and everything. It was something that I wanted to use to catch the attention of younger people so that they can mix education with sports. We also promoted tourism. Every year around Easter period, we do mountain hiking, we do a lot of sport competitions, games, and tourism editors for major dailies. They used to come there for 2-3 days with me to write about the beautiful sites. I come from an area where we have 16 hills, solid rocks surrounding my entire town. So they call us Omoloke Meridilogun, and these are significant because of their history and the myth surrounding it. So these are things that we used to do, and I believe that we can always do that. But again, we must point it out. As legislators, no vote in terms of a budget for us to spend, and so on and so forth. You don't have a power to approve anything unless that which the federal government has given you. And I made sure that everything federal government has given us, we brought home to the people.
So your pledge now, you're going to the bigger house, the red chambers, and the upper legislative house in Nigeria. What is
I'm still going back to the green chambers.
Okay, the green chambers. Okay. So what is your direct promise to the people?
There will be more developmental bills and laws that will be sponsored. I want to focus more on health, education, infrastructures. I want to network employment more for the youth. I want to be able to use other extracurricular activities to promote education among our youth. I want to see if I can lobby and network development partners to focus on our area. And I want to also see what I can do in terms of bills and motion to help improve security for our people.
Security, that's very germane. So, as one who is key in the re-election bid for the president, you are a key member of SWAGA,
National Secretary
of SWAGA. And would you say he's a worry yet? Would you say President Bola Tinubu has done everything and he needs to be compensated with votes, or what areas of improvement do you think?
The president has done exceedingly well. He has done exceedingly well. Look at everybody that contested the presidency. There's none of them that wasn't going to remove fuel subsidy. And none of them that wasn't going to stabilize the naira against the dollar. They all promised that. And the president was the only one that has been able to fulfill it. I'm sure that others, if they were in the president's shoes today, they would have been fidgety when it comes to fulfilling those key promises. Again, Nigeria has surpassed expectation in many areas, from our foreign reserves, which is unprecedentedly high at this time. I believe it's about $60 billion now. I think we are not doing badly, even in terms of infrastructure. So what if we don't have President Tinubu? Any of these other contestants, did they even tell us what they would do in terms of infrastructure? No. We had stories about privatization. We had one that was going to go and negotiate with bandits and will make photo appearances, photo ops everywhere, as if that is governance. That is not governance. We have those that will lie outrightly and be quoting statistics that are non-existent. So what if we don't have President Tinubu as the president now? You can begin to imagine where Nigeria would have been.
Let me take you from there. The election is fast approach. I said that earlier. And there's this issue about the North and the shaky nature of the kind of loyalty for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And we have heard in quarters that he has fallen out with some of the key stakeholders in the North. As a key person, an insider, are you 100% sure that your party will win the presidency come 2027 election?
I'm 100% sure. Let me start from there. And I'm not just sure because I'm an optimist. I'm sure because of empirical records, facts on ground. Yes, there might be some people that are disgruntled, maybe because of expected political patronage that were not coming. There might be some people that were disgruntled, maybe because they don't have access. Again, there are thousands and millions that have access and that are touched by the policies of this administration positively. The students that were busy all over online, dancing and celebrating because of NEF fund, are they from the South alone? The answer is they even have more beneficiaries regarding NEF fund in the North than the South. That's number one. Number two, we're talking of security, improved security is there. The president has ensured that the military is more even determined now to ensure that security is restored in all those areas. And you can see that unlike before, the negative news that you have in the media has reduced, which means that something is being done to do that. Number three, look at the roads in the North. Concrete roads are happening. The rail lines that are being built are still being built, but concrete roads all over the place. It is this same president that is doing that. I would rather say that the president should do more to benefit majority of the people so that life could be more beautiful, abundantly for our teeming supporters and voters in the North and all over Nigeria than to focus on individual patronage that may not really generate that kind of followership and attention.
Thank you very much, sir. I want to congratulate you and I want to wish you and your party well. And I want to believe that come May 29th, 2027, we can come together again and sit and you can tell me that.
That's what we need now.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir, you've been on to TRACKUP Nigeria. On this platform, we bring the main issues to the front burner. And my guest on the TRACKUP Nigeria podcast today has been no other person than Honorable Bosun Oladele George, a vibrant lawyer and an active player in the Nigerian polity. See you in the next episode. My name is Kehinde Ojo.